Yes, and with that, a warm welcome. Great to have you here with us for this new video. Today we're going to test the Active 2.0 together. Pressure washer. You've already seen the unboxing. What else needs to be assembled? It's not much really. It's super quick to install here. And today we're going to take a look at the entire system. The wash bay is all set up. We have the right car here to throw some snow foam on it. There will be a separate test for the foam cannon. But you just want to get a little overview. How is it with the device? How easy is it to handle with all these quick couplings? And so on. So I think this is going to be a very, very exciting video, especially for those of you who might be looking to buy a new pressure washer in the future. Let's test it out together. Let's go. So I really want to take you along step by step. I also have the Karcher K4 here. It's still sitting here on the side for now. I've already prepared everything here for Active 2.0. Prepared and also made a bit of space. The BMW in the middle of the hall, we have enough space. And here I have it. The whole system is already set up a bit. Those of you who are on Facebook or Instagram have already seen the pictures before the video. But you have my setup. It's not finished yet. I have the Active 2.0 down here. Stand. Look, I also placed the Karcher next to it on purpose. So you can also see the size differences a bit. And if you take a look here, there's also an Ever P60 standing there. And you can see that in terms of size ratio, there's a significant difference. But you always have to keep in mind that these are portable systems, and this is a carryable system. We have the handle on top, but I'll go into more detail about that in the video. You can also see the pump unit that's attached here at the front. Engine. If you were to configure this in here, the rest is a lot of air in these high pressure cleaners. But for that, you can pull this here and basically drag it like a suitcase. And that's what gets carried. Those are already the big differences. So I really want to inform you as comprehensively as possible so that you can simply decide for yourselves what is the better system for you, for anyone who wants to get something new. That's why I'm testing this too. You can see here, all the accessories are connected with a quick coupling. So I quickly put some hooks on the wall this morning and I've got all the accessories here. The super long hose. And you can already see, we can start talking about the first differences. Look, hose handling, rigid versus flexible hose design. Those are the really small, fine details. Just roll it up, hang it up, done. Then we also have the trigger gun, which is attached at the front. Up front, you can attach the nozzles or add this lance here. The foam cannon is also included. So there's really a lot you can attach here. You can see here, the part is still on the ground. That wouldn't be a problem either. It has the stand feet attached, but I will place the part on a small pedestal here. I will build a small pedestal that you can place it here in the corner, and then it's so space saving. Nothing is lying around on the floor, and it's just nice and compact. And I already have that now. I've come to appreciate and love this, even during the setup, like the water, it's already connected. I bent the hose because you have to keep that in mind. When you put the water hose into operation, it obviously pushes water through the pump and out here at the outlet. It's like with other pressure washers, even if you haven't connected any lances or anything. Up here we have the on and off switch, and the power is already connected outside. The power cable is super long. I could place the part, and I will do that right away. I could also set it up out here. That's why I really want to show you this in super detail. I could also set the part up out here, not even inside the wash bay. And I could easily go all the way around the vehicle with the 15-meter long hose without any issues. I don't have to place the pressure washer right next to the outlet. I could place the drum far away and also lay the long cable very far over here. I like that too. Positive point, very long power cable. Second positive point, super long hose. And you can see it in action now. What I really like about this hose is its super flexibility. So it doesn't turn back. You can see it here. And I haven't even used the extra one yet. Now here for you so I can show you just like that. How you can get it out of the packaging. That means when we unscrew it here, you see it doesn't turn back. That's another positive point. And it simply connects here with the quick coupling. And the other piece just connects here. The trigger gun is running. Then we'll take the lance here. I still had the white nozzle attached. We can just plug that in here as well. You could use it here in the short version, so to speak. Or we attach the lance. Got it. And everything here at the front can be done with one hand. That's really good. That you can work here, because you can really work very nicely and quickly. And then we have the lance completely in hand and we get a really nice reach. I'm going to completely unwind the hose here so that we simply have the maximum reach. And I'll place that part outside and I'll show you now in a time lapse. And the hose, look, I've gone all the way around the car. I'm lying comfortably, and now I'm back here in front of the car at the pressure washer. I recommend that if you're taking it apart for the first time, do it outside in an open space. Do it outside in an open area, yard, somewhere. Unroll the hose properly. Turn it around so that it doesn't get twisted anymore, because there's still a twist in it. And then you see here, it's really nice and flexible on the ground. And of course, we have an incredible range. And that's why I'm now putting the pressure washer all the way out here again. The hose is now nicely unrolled. Water is active. And now we can just go ahead and start the thing up. Yes, oh, that's it. First, build up the starting pressure, and then it should actually get going here, right? Let's do a test spray. So as soon as the maximum pressure is built up again, the device also completely shuts down again. So as we know it from the other pressure washers, from the sound, if I compare it to the Kärcher K4, it has more of a humming, strong sound. It's more like a leaf blower. It reminds me of that in terms of frequency. I hope you all heard it nicely over the microphone. It should actually be loud enough, but it's definitely not uncomfortably loud. And I have to say, when I have the Kärcher running, it's louder in terms of that sound. So I really have to say here, in terms of volume, that's definitely another positive point. In terms of handling, it's definitely good with the trigger gun, because I can spray downwards in parts with the curved lance, or I can also say, okay, I want to spray a bit upwards. I can also reach nicely from down here. The areas that are, so to speak, covered in dirt from below, look, it's going to flush the leaves out for me. Now we can test it. We can easily switch it here. Yes, water is coming out of the lance. We can also take a second nozzle here, and that's the red one. This is the point nozzle or point jet. At that distance, you can also spray the car with it. Do you really need this point nozzle? At the vehicle, I really have to say, I think you'd rather want to spray a surface, but the nozzles are very versatile. And it's available in a wide variety, but I would also like to show you all the nozzles. So point jet, it has real power. I wouldn't get that close, like 5 minutes. I'll test it on the license plate. It really has a laser beam. This thing is not just meant for vehicle care, but you can also use it in the garden, in the living area, and whatever. So for example, for cleaning tile joints or the terrace or something like that. That's what these things are designed for. So the point jet really has some power. It's just water, so I can spray out here too. Yeah, so that's for extreme cleaning. Point topic. Now we can test the next nozzle here. This is the green one with the 75-degree angle. This could absolutely become my favorite. Also, nothing is splashing back at you here because there's still some residual pressure. I'm going to switch to the lance again. Plug the small white nozzle back in. I think that's a great feature too. So let's test it with the nozzle. You can adjust it horizontally before turning it. You can also set it vertically just by turning it. Or you can practically rotate the whole lance or the entire system. Just turn it vertically. Or you can practically rotate the whole lance or the entire system. The nice thing is here, do you have this flexible connection? That means you have many options to set it up the way you want. What I keep noticing here while using it is the volume. I find it very, very pleasant and not at all loud or screechy. Is the volume? I find them very, very pleasant and not at all loud or screechy. So let's test the yellow one as well. That's 15 degrees. It should be a bit more centered and maybe build up a higher pressure overall. Yes. Also, in terms of grip and recoil from the trigger gun, it's not like it pushes you back or it's a lot of strain on your wrist. So, it's really nicely designed. Also, in terms of power distribution here as well, these are all things that I noticed right away while using it. So, when it comes to the nozzles, I'll update you on my nozzle choice soon. Work with it for a few more weeks, and then I will give you a long-term conclusion. And after 2 or 3 months, which jet do I use the most on the vehicle? Because it really makes a difference whether you have 25 or 15 degrees. I'm thinking about the rim here. It's the 15 degrees that are in use right now. Yeah, it's actually not that bad at all. Because you can really focus on certain areas. It's like having a wide fan. You can easily switch it up when washing the car. What you're in the mood for. And what I really enjoy a lot is using the trigger gun by myself. It's that using the trigger gun by myself. It kind of has a gun-like feeling. And overall, with the hose, I can walk around the vehicle, and I would put the small rollers under the tires so that the hose can slide down nicely at the front by the tire. But if you don't pull it like a wild person, it glides right past there. And then you can work nicely on the roof. So that really works well. And I really include everything in the video. What information you need here? We're connecting. The 4th nozzle again. Just such a simple feature, but genius. I've already got the foam lance ready here. I already mentioned in the unboxing that I really think the foam lance is great. So in terms of processing, the body, the feel, and the choice of materials, that's for sure somewhat recognizable. I think that would be about 10, 15, at most 20 milli. It spreads out over the large area. But you see here, there's not even a level indicator when we're doing this right now. That's not even at 100. So I think that's effectively 20 milli. You can mix it together however you want. But I would definitely add a bit of water. And now we're going to test the trigger gun without the attachment and see how that goes. The pressure is... So, for me, it's also perfect for filling the bottle. So you don't just blast it in with a huge jet and have the snow foam flying back at you. But just here, nice and relaxed. Filling the bottle. Let's do 500 ml. Good. Now we're putting this back on high life. That's how it should be. We definitely need to tighten that up. And I'm adjusting it again. Upright. Here you also don't have a continuous system. Let me show you here. Clack, 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 clack. So, I hope you can hear the clicking. With this, you adjust the storage. From horizontal to vertical. Let's go vertical. And here you adjust a big ring at the front, which runs super smoothly. Adjust the nozzles here at the front. Otherwise you just have a single point. But we don't want a jet here. We want a wide fan. That's why... Let's take a look like this. Oh yes, that's how it should work. First attempt, perfect foam formation. From the cold now. Just tried it out. We can also set a targeted jet again. Should also still be visible. I'll spread it out really wide here. So you can easily keep a distance of 3 to 4 meters if you have a larger vehicle and missed everything again specifically. Or you adjust it. And I'm adjusting while spraying. So you have a really big fan. You actually don't need it. You can come together a bit more gently here. Adjusting the angle. That's actually optimal. And now let's go to the side. Over there. Ideal. I'm going to lower the dosage a bit now. And I wasn't even at full power. I'm realizing, okay, I wasn't even at maximum plus, at maximum supply yet. Because this is now, and you have a really thick foam. So that's already right. Whipped cream. I'm going to lower the dosage all the way down here. There should only be water coming out. this moment, I am carefully turning the foam machine back on. I make sure to adjust the settings precisely to ensure optimal performance. Once I am satisfied with the adjustments, I proceed to set it up properly, ensuring everything is in place and ready for operation. As you like it. Here too, I'm going around the car again. Around. It turns with me. The hose follows along. Very, very nice. So overall, I really liked it for the first time here. You can also write your opinions down below. Did you notice any points at all? Where you say, I see a few points, what could be a bit annoying? Or that might not work so well. Also, the foam lance really turns with it too. That means you can also hold it by hand here and twist it in, depending on how you want. So there are really, really different options. I really sprayed it completely empty on purpose, because now it's just going to be water. It's starting to get going now. That means, in terms of spray duration, it works well with 500 ml of water and let's say 30, so maximum of 50 ml. Here with the Yeti snow foam, it easily goes around the car to spray the entire vehicle completely. I didn't go back there again on purpose, because I wanted it to look nice for you here in the picture. So that works really well. Foam cannon. I do an extra test on that, but actually you've seen everything now. You've seen the angle adjustment, you've seen the tilt adjustment, you've seen the controls, and how the foam looks, depending on the snow foam, of course, but it won't look much worse with the other foams, because that's already a top foam pattern, and I haven't even... Now I can still turn half a turn, 3/4, or yeah, about another 3/4 of a turn. Then the foam was already too thick, so you can adjust it however you want. Do you have anything about the foam cannon where you think it could be improved? We have a scale marking on the side, 1000 ml up to here, 500 on the side, roughly here. It's also nicely marked up here, plus minus. Here at the front is the head with the click system. Here at the front is the adjustable unit, which is really super easy to adjust. So really very, very nice. Especially when you have wet hands, you won't slip off here, because it's all made of this matte plastic. And here, you can really tell that there's a team behind it that has really put some thought into it, which of course also builds on existing systems. Look, where can we improve something? And when I look at the whole system here, I wouldn't have done it any differently. I wouldn't have designed the whole system any differently, because in terms of handling, it's just top notch. Also the trigger gun here, yeah, write it in my comments. I can't find anything negative here for now. I'm always looking and paying close attention. Some things might only stand out to me after 2 or 3 months. Now from the first impression, I'm also looking forward to your feedback. Let me know, what do you see as a disadvantage, as a problem? I'm being completely open and also critical, so feel free to write it down. What would you change about the foam lance or the trigger gun? If you say, I want to hang it up for now and I don't want anyone to bump into it, or if someone bumps into the hose and it falls down, that it somehow gets activated. Because, as you can see, it starts right away. But you can simply lock it down here with this little lever. And nothing can be pressed anymore. Got it? So again, these are all just little things. Also cool. At the beginning, I was a little concerned that the lance might be a bit short, because with other high pressure cleaners you can extend them considerably. There will also be extension systems or extension pieces, but I'm noticing right now with the M5, you can reach all the way across from one side. You can also lay the hose a bit behind you because it's really long. You can also lay the hose a bit behind you because it's really long. Are you holding it a bit away with your hand here that you can't reach the car? But you see here, I'm still 50-60 centimeters away from the paint and I can still reach the other side. And even further. So in terms of handling, well done. A suggestion for the team. Attach nozzles to the pressure washer. It would be cool, especially by the car, as you're a few meters away. Quickly clean the rims with an adapter here. You're already a few meters away. That if you want to quickly clean the rims, it would be great to have an adapter here, or an attachment on the trigger gun, or here on this piece that you could attach the nozzles here, so that I could say, okay, I want to switch to yellow now. I just plug the green one in somewhere here. I still have the other one available and don't need to run back to the pressure washer. I can also walk 3 meters over there and switch it. No problem at all. That would be the only thing I would say as a completely lazy person. That would actually be really cool here. Let's go back to the white one. That's more for rinsing large areas. You just have to watch. It's about personal preference. So with this one, you can definitely cover more ground. It's really just a matter of personal taste. The water is turned off. I'm taking the trigger gun out again and letting the last bit of pressure out. First, turn off the device. And you can already see here the system has pulled the last bit of water out of the hose and it's completely pressure free. That means we can also take everything apart here now. First, take off the trigger gun. And then remove this part up here. Then I hang this into my holding system. The small nozzle goes in here. Then we'll disconnect the 15-meter water hose here and then we'll go to the water hose. It's still running a bit empty. And with that, the pressure washer is actually completely done. You can now, as we're heading into the colder months, make sure to run the pump system empty. Just important for the winter. Then you disconnect that. We're going to wrap up the power supply here in a moment. As I mentioned earlier, I'm building over here. I'll add a small holder or a platform to make it a bit nicer to store everything. I'm going to put a small board here. Can you do that? As you like. Then you can just pull the hose over and wind it up here. Just like with a power cable or whatever. Then you make sure to keep it a bit more compact. And then you hang the lance back up here. Get the hose away from the water. Done. And here I'll say one thing right from the start. If the system weren't good, the Waschguru team wouldn't have added it to their product range and secured the distribution here. Because the system has already been extensively tested from the Waschguru team. Also greetings to Mr. Johan from Waschguru. They used it completely in their processing for a year. 10, 15 cars a day, every day, Monday to Friday. So my pressure washer here, I don't think it will ever reach the frequency that the team tested a year before. And wouldn't have come to Germany, specifically about Waschguru, if it didn't work well. That means it would be a huge surprise if I had 20 negative points here now. Honestly and openly, guys, what should I say about that? Comment if you see issues with the... Have you discovered anything on the foam lance? The small short gun or the trigger gun, where you say that's not quite right because everything is fine with the rubber grip as well. I don't really know what to say here. Since Gross Criticize should, if you have anything, write it down below. I'll definitely look into that and test it out and take a closer look at it. So feel free to mention anything in part 2 if you've seen something here where you say, hey, I see a bit of a criticism point, but from my side, also regarding the pressure, in terms of noise level, this thing is super quiet and it has a really long hose. The downside, of course, lies in the system. It's a portable system, none with wheels. That's just it. Unlike a P60 or a Casher K4 or K3, you just can't see it at all here in the corner. It's just tiny hose system rolled up here. Just hang it on the hook, put everything on the wall, and it's all good. That's great. You can write down your opinions in the comments below. First of all, from my side, for the first test, for the first application, everything that comes with the system, here are the premium items as well. These aren't the standard accessories. This is always the premium set from active employees. You can also check the prices for the regular one, Active 2.0. Check USA prices. The premium set is 10% cheaper. You could definitely do a price comparison there. It's really great what the team has put together here. The set is priced in that range minus 10% from the community code, which is its final cost. With such accessories, hose length, quality, craftsmanship, stability, and flexibility, you often pay extra with other brands. These extras can be costly or included at a high price. So from my side, really, or it's already included in the set at a high price. So from my side, really, a nice compact set. For the household, it's great, more than enough. Patio cleaning, everything that goes with it. Also in the garden area, it's very versatile with the different nozzles, usable in many ways. Connections are super easy, everything installs quickly, and the topic of compactness is really the absolute main advantage here. And you saw it on the vehicle as well. The foam cannon made great foam, nice consumption. So it was really a very extensive video in terms of duration. But feel free to leave your questions down below. And then I'll turn another part. 2, if you see anything there now where I didn't really pay attention, I hope it's not too much, feel free to write it down below. The setup and takedown is really nice too. Very versatile. We'll see later. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, I'm available. And if you have any system questions, I can continue through all in the GF. Hey guys.